And Fletcher Brown with another artist video blog at kicks96country.com. Our guest today is returning champions. They haven't been here. Okay, it's 2025. It's been 15 years.
Can you believe that?
15 years. We got Due West back in town. They got a brand new album. We're going to talk about Unbroken. And but I want to know, all right, for the last 15 years, I want you to tell me everything you three have been doing.
We graduated from high school.
I was gonna say we were 9 years old when we came here the first time, and so we graduated from high school. We're back. No, man, it's been crazy. A lot of life has happened since then for all of us, for everybody, the whole world.
Okay, well, it's like we got Tim, Matt, and Brad here.
Yes.
Due West. The last time I remember you guys were here was Bible in the Belt.
Yep.
Which that song resonated with me because that was my mama.
Yeah.
That was my mama growing up. All right. So with a lot of things that have happened between then and now, talk to us, give us the short version. All of you, give us the short version of what's happened in your life.
We receded into the cave of of not doing music for a while. All three of us kind of went our separate ways for a second, and we crossed paths with Dean Dillon.
Okay.
Legendary Hall of Fame songwriter, Dean Dillon. And he basically said to us, you guys aren't done yet. You need to get back and make some music. And he said, let's go write some songs and go make an album. When Dean Dillon tells you that you're not done and he wants to go make a record, you say, yes, sir.
He's right.
So we spent some time at his house in Colorado, some time at his house in Tennessee, some time at his house in Key West, and wrote just a whole sack of songs, satchel, if you will.
Yeah. And then we had to figure out which ones to put on that album. So we sat forever with all the producers and Dean and figured it out. And that's what we got, Unbroken.
Yep.
All right. So now the first single on Unbroken is a song called Only Heart I'm Breaking. Now that's one that you guys write your own songs.
Yes.
So where did that song come from? I mean, it's a banger too, by the way. One of the things I love about Due West is like your name kind of gives you a window into what you can expect to hear because it's got that good Western kind of feel to it.
Ooh,
and I love that. See, I love that stuff. And the song really is, it's, as my son would say, it slaps.
There you go.
That's awesome.
We'll take it. Actually, that song started as a musical idea first. That was one that we wrote in Colorado.
Yeah.
Dean had a little loop pedal thing in a closet, and Dean had earlier that day had us out doing a bunch of manual labor. We were pulling a chain drag around and pulling rocks out of his yard and
Throwing them to the pond.
all these different things. But anyway, we went back to the bunkhouse. He likes to work us first.
That's right.
We went to the bunkhouse, found this little loop pedal, and
Gets him in a creative mood.
Yeah. That's right. And we started that groove, the little guitar loop that you hear now.
Well, you were playing bass. You picked up a bass out of that closet and you was
playing that lick. And so Dean then walked in. We were kind of just grooving on that lick, and he walked in and
I like that, boy.
runs his fingers through his big old mustache. Like, yeah, I like that. We're going to write that. And then the lyric just kind of fell out.
Right. Well, okay. Well, if somebody hadn't heard the song yet, what's it about?
Man, it's about, going back to a toxic situation that is bad for you. It could be a relationship. It could be bad habits.
The Bible might say it like this, like a dog to its vomit.
Yeah, right. And you just keep going back to a bad situation because you can't help it. There's always one last time. And the only heart I'm breaking is mine. And it's relatable.
We all had that girl or that guy.
Yeah, everybody's got that one that we all gravitate to the familiar, and even if it's bad for us.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So now you partnered up with Dean Dillon. You've got the new album, Due West is Unbroken now. So I would say with the hiatus that you took, getting to this new, I won't say new version because it's not. It's still Due West, but where would you say you are now as artists versus where you were when you took your break?
Great question. More wisdom.
Yeah,
a lot more wisdom. I think we got even more passion now, and we kind of know that the things that we don't want to do and the things we do want to do. Yeah.
I think life experiences run across all of our paths, and we've just kind of really decided who we are. Sometimes we would try to get away from the Western theme or whatever, just because, I don't know, it was just maybe we thought it was a little too on the nose or too cliche, but now we're trying to lean into it. That's who we are.
Oh, it's not too on the nose at all. I was like, I love everything that comes. I tell people that some of my favorite new country, modern, contemporary country comes from west of here, from like Texas to California. It's really, really good stuff that's happening out that way.
Yes.
And some really interesting sounds coming out of like the Southwest. and just like the western part of the country. And he was like, I don't know why, but it's always just kind of appealed to me and spoke to me, music from like that way.
Yeah, I think it's a lifestyle. And you know, for those new listeners and new viewers, you know, we did meet and form in Nashville all those years ago, but we're all from the West. I'm from Wyoming.
I'm from Arizona.
And,
Yeah, I'm from
and
Utah.
Utah. And so, like Brad said, I think on this part of that maturity of growing up and kind of leaning into authenticity is, you know, embracing who you are, where you're from. Our name, Due West, you know, has been the name since the beginning. But with this album, Dean, he truly did lead out on this whole theme of this music. And I think that's what he did is just, can I ask the question, who are you guys? Let's lean into that. And there's definitely some Western desert vibes happening throughout this whole album. And we hope people not only enjoy the new single, which we hope, you know, opens some doors and kind of gets us back on the big stage, but we hope people dig in and listen to the whole thing, because we're really proud of a ton of tracks on this and how it turned out. In fact, that cover there on that album is down in Tucson, not far from where Brad grew up, and it's that's natural lighting. That's not Photoshop. That was an amazing sunrise that we happened to capture.
And believe it or not, Tucson is cold in December.
That day it was, yeah.
I mean, the desert does get that way.
It does.
I mean, it does get that way at night. All right, so you've got the new album. You've got, you know, producing by the legendary Dean Dillon. What's next for Due West, do you think?
2025.
A lot of big things
Yeah.
we're hopeful for. It took, you know, when you take a hiatus that you mentioned, a lot of it you kind of have to rebuild. There's some things that popped up that hadn't been there. TikTok hadn't been there, so we're starting from zero. Everybody kind of is actually after the other day, but you know, and kind of having to build the fan base. Social media there's a lot more focus on that and stuff now. So, in a lot of ways, it feels like we're starting over and having to build back. But we've got relationships like the one we have with you, where we're going into these radio stations and people are excited to see us again. There you guys are, man. Glad to have you back. You know, and we're getting a lot of positive feedback about the record, but we're just hopeful to grow that, you know, get this single moving up the charts at radio, and as we all know, that opens the doors to a lot of opportunity from a booking standpoint, from a show standpoint, and just from a, you know, getting people to come and follow us on our socials and get those streams up and get the views and all that up. So we're just going to keep working hard and making new music. We're posting tons of stuff on social media, so come follow us for sure on all of the things, because we know that's important. So we're doing it a lot. Every day we're posting stuff.
All right, well, let's go ahead and let folks know if somebody is watching this or hearing this and saying that, hey, I need to learn everything I can about Due West, going to go back and listen to some of the older stuff and check out the newer stuff. Where do they find you guys online?
All the social medias, they can go to anywhere that they like. If they go to social media, to TikTok,
Yeah.
Due West Official.
Instagram, Due West Official.
Yep.
Check it out. We're there.
Yeah,
All right.
Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, of course, is where you can find the music itself, and there's a lot of it out there, including Bible in the Belt, and that's one of the things. Yeah.
That was my childhood. So, Tim, Matt, Brad, we're so glad to have you guys back.
It
Good to be
is
back.
So glad to be
Thank
back. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for bringing Due West down south here in Alabama, and don't wait 15 years to come back and see us again, okay?
Amen.
All right?
Yeah.
Promise?
We'll be back in 15 minutes.
We can play live in the town.
There you go.
Look for a live performance from Due West elsewhere here at our YouTube channel. And the single is Only Heart I'm Breaking. If you want to hear it, call us here at Kicks 96. We will gladly play it for you. And until next time, I'm Fletch. This is Due West, and we'll see you next time on another artist video blog, kicks96country.com.
It's like beating my head up against the door. Why do I keep coming back for more? There's always one